What's up, Cooksy Mob? Hey, so we got Enzo Lopes kind of acting like a cheating spouse, and I'm not okay with it. I think it sucks. Chase Sexton looking badass on the KTM, and I got a little bit of political stuff. So before we get into it, I want to thank Coach Rob, Complete Racing Solutions. He's got a program. Mentally, physically, whatever you need, he'll dial you in. And guess what? If you're not happy, he gives you your money back. Ride Strapped. Check out Ride Strapped, guys. They got the goggles, Let's Go Brandon. And if you make comments in the comments section, guess what? I randomly pick people and give you Ride Strapped free stuff. Epic Garage Designs. Epic is awesome. Check out what you can do with your garage. A 2-car garage floor, you can make this thing look so badass for $17.95. Go to the website, check it out. $17.95 for a 400 square foot floor for your garage. Precision Transport. They haven't forgot about customer service. They're awesome. So check them out. If you're gonna ship something by a truck, use Precision Transport. All right, guys, remember, subscribe, and let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Guys, I'm not mad at Enzo Lopes. I'm disappointed. You take a guy who had such an amazing start to last season, putting in fast lap times, really putting Club MX up there, and it was very, very fairy tale the way it was happening. It was awesome. Had everyone, he was Time Master Pool early in the year, where everyone's calling like, how does he get a factory ride? Well, Club's a pretty good team. They're not factory, but they're a pretty damn good team. So as the year progressed, we heard some stuff, but not really. Well, then we hear, wait, Enzo signed for 2024 with Club MX. Well, cool. You know what? The formula works. Stay there. They're the ones that gave him the opportunity. They're the ones he initially started with. So, you know what? Maybe it's not such a bad thing if he stays there, but not so fast. So somebody just reported last week that he signed with Star Yamaha, which is true. How can he do that? He already signed with Club. Yeah, that's the problem, guys. He's signed 2 contracts. You can't really do that. A lot of times these companies, like a gear company, for example, if you sign with a gear company, like say Fly Racing used to do this all the time, and then one of their riders gets an opportunity to go to a team that could change the guy's career, they'll let him out of the contract. It's different with a team. With a team, the team is built around the riders they sign. So Club has probably been out all year shopping. Hey, sponsor our team. We got Enzo Lopes. He'll be on the podium. He's going to be fast. He's going to win heats. He's very marketable. So you build your team around a guy you have under contract, and you expect him to be there, or you look like a liar to these sponsors. So I'm sure Club MX is pissed. While at the same time, I also see Enzo's point of view. Enzo's point of view is, hey, I think I can win. If I had a Star Yamaha or I was on that big team, I think I could be the guy, which maybe that's true. Maybe it is. Maybe that'll end up happening that way. But you signed a contract with Club MX. If you didn't want to ride for Club MX, you shouldn't have signed the contract. That's it. And if you really wanted Star, you go to Club MX when they offer the contract and you say, hey, I will sign this contract, but I need a little clause in here that says, if by a certain date Star Yamaha offers me a ride, I get to take it. That's it. That's all you add that. Boom. Problem solved. He didn't. He did not do that. So now he's screwed. He can't go to Star, but then does he really want to be at Club? Like, it's a real bad situation. Eventually what's going to have to happen is there's going to be some sort of a settlement, and Star or Enzo, somebody's going to have to give Club compensation for letting him go, because they're not going to keep him. Because do you really want to force a guy to ride for your team when he wants to be somewhere else? Look how that worked this summer with Cooper Webb. It didn't work so good. You don't want a guy on your team, but I'm just disappointed, because I really thought they had a great situation, and they took him to the party. They're the ones that put him. Enzo was not a hot prospect a couple years ago. He was essentially a bust. He came out of amateurs, didn't really do much. He rode for JGR, but he was injured, shoulder injury, this, that. He just never developed. Well, he got on Club MX and developed. First thing he does, screw him over. So that's it's a character flaw. And I hope Star knows. My dad told me something back in the day. If you date a girl and she left another guy for you, she cheated with you, she'll cheat with somebody else. Right now, Enzo is the cheating wife, and Star Yamaha, that's the dude around the corner that bangs everyone's wife. That's who they are. That's who we know they are. And poor Club's just getting hosed. They're working overtime, and it's just not going good for them. But they're going to find somebody. They'll be all right. But it's disappointing to see somebody who looks like they have a high moral fiber pull this kind of a deal. And like I said, I'm not mad at Enzo, and I'm probably going to still cheer for him, but I'm definitely disappointed. Now, on to Chase Sexton. Man, it looks so cool seeing a guy on a new team. When you see a guy for so long on one brand, and now you see him on a different brand with a different number, it's just exciting. I don't know why it's so exciting, but it just is. And since we're talking about relationships, and I was comparing Enzo with about that, it's about changing relationships. You change one set of problems for another set of problems. One person's trash is another person's treasure. Maybe this is what he needed. And for us as fans, it's just going to be good because it adds. I don't want to see two guys from the same team constantly battling. It does take away from the drama when you see two guys from the same team because you wonder how many team tactics, what are they going to tell them? Now we got a guy from KTM and a guy from Honda and Jet, and then we got a guy in Yamaha from Tomac coming back. So it makes for some great storylines. Everybody's representing themselves and their own teams. Nobody has to worry about team tactics or any of that weird stuff going on. Even though Honda did an amazing job with that this year, Lars handled it perfectly. It's a tough situation, but good on Honda for handling it, and I cannot wait for next year. And now into the politics stuff, guys. There's something going on right now, and it's terrifying. And it doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, non-binary, binary. Whatever your political parties, your beliefs is, doesn't matter. What's wrong is they have made MAGA a domestic terrorist group. That's terrifying that they could take a political party. I'm not justifying whatever people at MAGA think. That's make America great again. And I'm not saying I like Trump. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm telling you right now, it's terrifying to make a political group a domestic terrorist. These are the types of things that a country did, I believe it was Germany before World War II. These are the types of things they did. It didn't go straight to the extreme stuff that they had at the end, but this is how it started, and I don't like it. I wouldn't like it if Donald Trump was the president and they made Democrats a terrorist group. I wouldn't want that on any political group, period. It's terrifying. I don't want to see it. We shouldn't stand for it. We need to stand up to the people who have done this. The fact that the FBI can ruin people for their political beliefs is it's awful. I don't want to see it. It's not something. It doesn't represent our country. It is the most un-American thing I've ever seen. So I had to say something about it. So that's it for the politics, guys. Remember, subscribe, and I will catch you later.